mom confirms it happened before, but it's revealed the alleged molester, Raymond Frolander, was also abused as a child. So I want to ask, does this change the case at all? Danny, which usually happens, it's a cycle of abuse. If it happens to you, sometimes in different cases, you can go on and abuse others. Does this change this?
Well, legally, when the father asserts self-defense, it won't really affect the person who he beat up's background. But, I mean, it certainly is a factor that explains his behavior. But strictly looking at it as a lawyer, it makes no difference on the initial self-defense claim. He was defending others. Rape is a valid reason to do so. And the young man admitted to everything that he did in a statement, allegedly.
Janet, you agree?
Well, I sort of agree, but what caught my ear was that he was going to go get a knife and finish him off, and that is not defense of others. I mean, the danger had already passed. I have to say, my gut feeling is if this wasn't male on male, would he have had the same visceral reaction? I haven't heard anyone say that, but I wonder if that isn't part of what, it was almost anger more than defense of others.
This isn't going to help Raymond at all. I really don't. When it comes down to this, it was still the act he was doing. You know, is it because he was abused as a child himself? No, but I still don't think it helps Raymond at all.
And who cares if he wanted to get a knife, right? He didn't get a knife.
No. He didn't, and saying that his son stopped him from doing so. There's a new twist to this story I want to talk about. First, let me read you an example of what people were saying on Facebook. This was from yesterday. Quote, finally a parent in the news for doing the right thing. This dad needs a medal. Another one, I'd be calling the coroner's office, not the police. Well done to that dad. But what a difference a day makes. Here's why. The father is now getting bashed on Facebook. Why? Well, he posted his son's picture online, again, just 11 years old, at a website that solicits financial donations. And again, you took to Facebook with plenty to say. This is what you're saying now. Wow, I was all for this guy before. Glad he beat that dude, but blank him for trying to make money off his kid's assault, end quote. And dude got to beat the blank out of the pervert. Now he's getting greedy. Hate to hear this. The money so much, I don't think bothered as many people because he did say he wants to get his child counseling, which in fact he will need, which can be expensive. But putting Janet, his son's picture online is what infuriated so many.
Well, not only that, but it's here in Florida where I practice, and the state pays for the counseling. So he wouldn't have had to pay anything. He's a victim. There's victim services. So I don't even understand that part of it, but that's just disgusting.
I didn't know that.
He's victimizing his son again. Putting his picture on there. He's 11 years old. You know, it's making him a victim again because now everybody knows exactly who he is.
Yeah, great point. I didn't know counseling was paid for. It's a good thing. This makes it more despicable that he did that. Also, last night we heard from the defendant's stepmother.
And have you known him to sexually assault a child or an adult, anyone at all, before?
No, never. He's been living in California only since Florida since March.
But the 911 operator asked the father the same question, and he said this.
Has he ever tried to do this before or no?
No. He just revealed to his brothers and sisters yesterday that he was bisexual, though.
Dream Team, the 18-year-old, apparently said that he was bisexual. That's neither here nor there to me, Danny. What relevance is that?
Well, the bottom line is when it comes to character-type evidence, parents are the lousiest source of character evidence because they will always they will paint their child, whether it's stepchild or real child, whatever, with the finest brush, make them look like just an upstanding citizen.
And
so
Janet,
you can't rely on that.
The sexuality of someone has nothing to do with the crime, in my opinion, right?
Well, right. No, exactly. And experts will actually say, you know, in this child sex cases that I handle, I mean, this is pedophilia. It's not homosexuality. And that's what I'm saying. If they're mixing those terms, I think that there's a big problem there. But didn't mom say that it had happened before? Aren't we getting mixed messages with that? And why is he alone with the child if there had been incidents
Exactly.
before?
That's what I was thinking. Allegedly, it happened when the child was 8, but someone may have stepped in. So yesterday, we thought that it was happening over a 3-year period, but the stories are changing, it appears. So, Mike, will that play in that this boy, I mean, it seems like this family is so intertwined with this young man who was beat up by the dad.
But who knew what about Raymond when?
Right.
You know, that's the big thing right here. You know, so, you know, did they just find out that it was 3 years ago, or had they known back when it happened?
Yeah, and Danny, how do you think this will play out in terms of what this alleged molester gets? Will he get time behind bars? Does it matter if it happened to him when he was young? What's the next step?
Well, the single biggest fact to me is the fact that he apparently gave a statement admitting to what he was doing. If he had not given that statement, that father might be looking at charges and the young man might be looking at nothing at all. But it's because, make no mistake about it, it is that very rare statement where he apparently says, I did it.
Well, another story out of Florida, Danny, we talked about it yesterday. A Florida jury returns the largest verdict ever against a tobacco company. We spoke to the widow who won the judgment. You will hear that next.